Hare Krishna Mataji, you are mute. Hey.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, yeah, you can take over Prabhu. It's gone live.
Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Okay, so let's start with small Kirtan. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन जमुना तीरा वनचारी। जमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधे। जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। जय राधा गोविंद की जय श्री गौरनिताय की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय।
ब्लूटूथ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಮ್ಮ
ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಫ್ ಆಗೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Okay. So I welcome you all to this Bhakti Vaibhav Fast Track course. So before starting, we will do Mangalacharana. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pacharine निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश धारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, welcome you all to this Bhakti Vaibhav course. So today we will read Canto 1, Chapter 10, and from Shloka number 27 onwards. So what are the different topics we are discussing here? So in this chapter, we have seen that how the situation Yudhishthira Maharaj took throne and how everything was cooperating with him because he was a devotee of the Lord. So nature was in harmony. All the people were very happy.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, your volume is a bit low.
Okay, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Your volume, your voice is very low.
Hare Krishna, I think that problem. Now?
Slightly better.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So I will speak loudly. I think that problem is there. So if something is there, please let me know. Okay. So these are the talks. So in this chapter, we are discussing that how was the situation of the people when Yudhishthira Maharaj was ruling. So now the kingdom is re-established in Lord Krishna, and Yudhishthira Maharaj became king again, and he was a devotee of the Lord. So that is why he was taking care of everything. All the rivers were giving water, and the rain was come on time, and all the animals, or even the animals, or all the living entities, because praja means whatever is born in kingdom, that is called praja. Praja doesn't mean only humans. So everybody was happy, and even the yes. So next, from 7 to 14 shloka, we discuss that how was the beauty of Lord Krishna. Everyone was feeling separation from Lord Krishna. Even we saw the names of Gandhari and name of Dhritarashtra in one shloka, that they were also feeling separation from Lord Krishna. So that is the beauty of Lord Krishna. He attracts everyone, even the enemies. He attracts. That is why he's called Krishna. Krishna means someone who attracts. That is called Krishna. So that we saw, and then next, yeah. So we saw that how when Krishna was leaving Dwarka, so Arjuna was holding umbrella, and he bowed down to Yudhishthira Maharaj, although he is supreme Lord, but still he get pleasure in serving his devotees and respecting his devotees. And then we saw that all the brothers, they were having different relationship. So like Bhima and Arjuna were like friend, and Nakula Sahadeva was like younger brother. So like that, they were having different interaction with the Lord. Then today we will discuss this topic, ladies of Hastinapur, discuss about the Lord's glories. Okay, that we are going to discuss. And we will cover sloka number 27. And finally, we will read that what was the final situation when Lord proceeded for Dwarka. So I am going to share the slokas, and then we will read one by one. Yeah. अहो बता स्वशस्तिकस्कारी कुशस्थली पुण्य शशस्करी भुवः पश्यन्ति नित्यं यदनुग्रहीषितं स्मितावलोकं स्वपतिं स्वप्रजा. It is wonderful that Dwarka has defeated the glories of heavenly. Okay, there is some network problem. So let me try again. Sorry for that. So undoubtedly, it is wonderful that Dwarka has defeated the glories of heavenly planets and has enhanced the celebrity of the earth, the inhabitants of Dwarka are always seeing the soul of all living being in his loving feature. He glances and favors them with sweet smiles. So here we saw that God is always reciprocating. It is not that it is only one side. So whenever we say Krishna, so uh, Lord is reciprocating. But why we are not feeling the reciprocation? That is the point. Because we are contaminated right now. So that is why we are not feeling the reciprocation of the Lord. But here we can see that whenever the inhabitants of Dwarka, they were seeing Lord Krishna, and he will glance and reciprocate with them. So in this age also, we can see the reciprocation of Lord Krishna when our heart is purified. So it is not that Krishna cannot hear us. Krishna can hear us because he is all cognizant and he knows everything, whatever is happening. Abhigya. That is why he is called Abhigya in first sloka of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is mentioned here how Krishna was reciprocating with the devotees. And how beautiful the opulence of Dwarka was. That is also mentioned because Krishna was living there. So wherever Krishna resides, that is more wonderful than Vaikuntha. So that is the beauty of Krishna's abode.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, once you finish the summary of this, today your schedule is Canto 1, Chapter 11, verses 1 to 20. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So
I've just
okay,
typed in the
Mataji,
chat.
time permits, then I will cover Mataji.
Yeah, because this one we completed
Yes, sure.
yesterday, so that is what I.
Okay, it is already done, Mataji. Okay, so some devotees they told that it is from 27.
Because it's the rest of the thing is just a summary, Prabhu. So after that, today's targeted schedule is Canto 1, 11 chapter 1 to 20. Rest of the thing is the main things are covered in that. That is what. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So what should I do, Mataji? Summarize or should move to the next
Your
chapter?
choice, Prabhu. If you can summarize quickly in about 5 minutes, it's fine. But otherwise, we have to sort of finish the 11th chapter, 1 to 20 verses.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So today I thought I'm going to cover 10 chapter. No problem. Can start. Because this chapter Krishna is departing for Dwarka. And then next chapter is welcome of Krishna in Dwarka. So kind of similar subject is there. So no problem. Okay, so I will share the summary. I think it is
Sure,
given in
Prabhu. Thank you.
slide. Yeah. Finally, we have seen that how Krishna is glorified at the end and how everybody is feeling the separation from Lord Krishna and proved of they just lost their relatives. But because there was a great war, so all the ladies they lost their near and dear one. But still, when they heard about Krishna, they were feeling very happy and they were anxious to see Krishna because they never met Krishna, but just hearing about Krishna, they took interest in seeing Krishna. Yes, they were just hearing about Krishna and like Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada explains that similarly we can develop love for Krishna just by hearing about Krishna, and we should be anxious like the ladies, which is mentioned there. So like that, everybody gave him farewell, and they were looking him. Everybody was looking Krishna without closing their eyes. So that was their mood. And I think now we should move to next chapter. But that was a summary. So let me share the slides. Okay. or I will just directly share the text. Yeah, so as we saw earlier chapter, it was departure of Lord Krishna for Dwarka, and this is the similar subject, just the receiving Krishna in Dwarika. So Lord just entered to Dwarka, and what is the mood of Dwarka Vasis or the residents of Dwarka, that we will see today. Suta uvacha anartaran saupavrajya savraddha janapadaskavakan dadmodarvaram tesha vishadam samayanniva. Suta Goswami said, upon receiving the border of his most prosperous metropolis, known as the country of the Anarthas, Dwarka, the Lord sounded his auspicious counsel. So, heralding his arrival and apparently pacifying the diction of the inhabitants. So, the blowing of counsel is considered very auspicious, and when Krishna and everybody used to have their own personal counsel, as mentioned in Bhagavad Gita as well. So in Bhagavad Gita there are, I think, 2 shlokas in which it is mentioned. So everybody has its own counsel, and each counsel is having different sound. Like in our temple also, we have many counsels, and all the counsels have different sounds. So Panchajanam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya Pondam Dadmo Mahashankha Bhima Karma Vrkodara. Like that, Ananta Vijayam Raja. All the counsels are mentioned. So whenever conch shell is blown, so that belongs to particular sound, and that particular sound belongs to particular person. So similarly, when Krishna arrived, he blew his conch shell. So all the Dwarka Vasis, they understood, and they became very happy when they heard that it is the conch shell of Krishna. So they became very joyful. So that they used to do earlier. Nowadays, there is no such system. We just make a call and we inform, but those times it was not necessary. They used to blow conch shell, and that was very pleasing. So now moving to next shloka. Saucha akashadhavalo dharo apyukramasya dharshona shonima tatam yayamana karakanja samputai yathabja khande kalhamsa utsavanaha. The white and fat bold conch shell being gripped by the hand of Krishna and sounded by him appeared to be reddened by the touch of his transcendental lips. It seemed that a white swan was playing in the stem of red lotus flowers. So as Krishna is divine, so everything which belongs to Krishna is divine, and whatever thing comes in contact with Krishna, that becomes divine. Similarly, the counsel of Krishna is not just a man, or not just an object. It is a devotee himself. So Lord Balrama expends himself for the service of Krishna in various chakra of Krishna, Sudarsana, is not just a chakra, it is a devotee, Sudarsana. Okay. So that is why in this purport and many places, Prabhupada explains that whenever Krishna used to blow concept become reddish. It shows that whatever comes in contact of Krishna, that becomes divine. So that is the spiritual significance. Yeah, so Srila Prabhupada has written here by love and service to the Lord, or in other words, by spiritual contact with the Lord, everything becomes spiritually redent, like the counsel in the grief of Lord. And the Paramahamsas, or the supremely intelligent person, play the part of the ducking swan in the water of spiritual bliss, eternally decorated by the lotus flower of the Lord's feet. So that was the point. Whatever comes in contact of Krishna, that becomes spiritually redent. So life becomes colorful when you come in contact of Krishna. Now going to next sloka. Tamupashrutya ninadam jagat bhayavaham pratyutyuh praja sarva bharta darshana lalasa. The citizens of Dwarka, having heard that sound which threatens fear personified in the material world, began to run towards him fast, just to have a long desired audience with the Lord. He is the protector of all devotees. So Krishna is blowing counsel, and that is very pleasing for the devotees. But at the same time, who are the demons? For them, it is just fearful. So the counsel is same, but everybody is feeling differently. So that's how, in which bhava we are with Krishna, we feel Krishna. So demons, because they think that Krishna is enemy, so they always see Krishna as enemy. So like in the court of Kamsa, Krishna was present. So everybody was seeing Krishna differently. So Vrindavan Vasi, they were seeing Krishna as a young boy or their child. And Kamsa, same time, he was seeing Krishna as a death, was as a Yamraj, Yamaduta, very fearful. And same time, gopis, they were seeing Krishna as a beautiful young boy. So yeah, so ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajamyaham. The thing is same, Krishna is same, but if we are engaged with Krishna, we see Krishna as death. So that is the point. And this is why the pleasing counsel for the devotees became death sound for non-devotees. Okay. So that is the meaning here. Aropanita balayor veervamvatraha atma ramam purna kamam nijlabhin nityada Prityut pulla mukha prochor harsh gadgadaya gira Pitaram sarva suhritam vitarami bhagavakaha. The citizens arrived before the Lord with their respective presentations, offering them to the fully satisfied and happy one who, by his own potency, instantly supplies others. These presentations for like the offering of a lamp to the sun, yet the citizens begin to speak ecstatic language to receive the Lord, just as wards welcome their guardian and father. So, as Prabhupada has explained in his purport, that Krishna is Atma Rama, he is self-sufficient, he doesn't need anything. But whatever we do for Krishna, that is for our purification. Krishna doesn't need anything. If we do something for Krishna, purifies ourselves. So that is why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, if someone offers Krishna a leaf, a water, or a fruit, Krishna Krishna doesn't need anything. As Prabhupada is saying, he is Atmaram. But whatever we offer out of love, Krishna accepts. And in that way, we become purified. So that is for our purification. Like many times this analogy is given of a son and a father. So father is giving everything to son. But one day if son he purchases and gifts something to his father, father please. I'm getting everything from him. But no, if son gives something, then their relationship becomes more easy. So similar way, Lord is giving every us, but if we give something to Lord, it becomes very pleasing for both for Lord as well as for devotee. So that is a loving exchange. Okay, so now moving next. Tasmastenath sadangri pankajam Vinchaya Surendra Vanditam Payanamatam Param Nayatra Kala Prabhavet Prabhu. The citizens said, O Lord, you are worshipped by all demigods like Brahma, the four sons, the four sanas, and even the king of heaven or Indra. You are the ultimate rest for those who are really aspiring to achieve the highest benefit of life. You are the supreme transcendental Lord, and inevitable time cannot exert its influence upon you. So Dwarka Vasis, they are in Aishwarya Bhava, and their way of devotional is quite different from Vrindavan Vasis. So they are much in opulence of they are much attracted with the opulence of Lord, and they worship Lord in that way. So that is why they consider Krishna as supreme Lord, and then they reciprocate accordingly. So here they have clearly mentioned Krishna as the supreme transcendental Lord. And inevitable time cannot exert its influence upon you. So they know that whatever Krishna is doing, it is just to establish the dharma or religious principles. Although he is acting like a warrior or a king, but he is a supreme personality of Godhead. So that is how they are expressing their things in front of Krishna. Ayana Vishwabhavan Tamyo Matat Surhutpati Pita Tam Sadgururna Paramam Chadevatam Yasyanu Kritino Bhuvim. O Creator of Universe, you are our Mother, Well-Wisher, Lord, Father is Master and worshipable deity. By following in your footsteps, we have become successful in every test. We pray, therefore, that you continue to bless us with your mercy. So, yeah. Audio is not good. Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji, audio is not clear. Okay. Maybe some network problem, Mataji. Okay, I don't know, Mataji, why it's happening. Okay, voice is breaking. I think there may be some network issue. Okay, some devotee is saying that it is clear. Okay, so if it is not clear, then maybe I will change my location. Okay, so we will read it again and continue. So yeah, Dwarkavasis, they are praying to Krishna, O creator of the universe. You are our mother, well-wisher, Lord, Father, spiritual master, and worshipable deity. By following in your footsteps, we have become successful in every respect. We pray therefore that you continue to bless us with your mercy. So for a long time, Krishna was not there, and now just they are able to see Krishna. And that's how they are saying that, yeah, we are always safe, even if you are not there, because we are following your instructions as a father, or you are there as our spiritual masters. So whatever instruction you gave, we were following. That is why we are safe. And that's what we can learn, that even if our spiritual master is not present in front of us, if we are following the instructions of our spiritual master, then we are always safe. So like that Dwarkavasi, they consider Krishna everything, their spiritual master, Lord, Father, well-wisher. Now Krishna was not there physically for soul, but still they were saved. How? By just following the instructions of Krishna. Because they are saying here clearly, by following in your footsteps, we have become successful in every respect. So when we follow the footsteps of our spiritual master, so that is the reason for the success. So Sri Guru Charane Rati Eise Uttamagati. That we always sing. Okay. So we'll read next shloka. Ahosanatha bhavatasmayatvam Trevishtapanaamapi durachanam Priyamasmitasnigdhanirekshanaanam Pashyam rupam tava sarva sovagam. Oh, it is our good luck that we have come again under your protection by your presence. For your lordship rarely visits even denizens of heaven. How it is possible for us to look at your smiling face, which is full of affectionate glances. We can now see your transcendental form full of all auspiciousness. So, so having darshan of Krishna is not very easy. It is very, very, very rare. So that is why they are feeling very lucky, because our Goswamis and even in Shastra it is given that Krishna comes on in one day of Brahma. So one day of Brahma includes two kalpa, one is day and one is night. And in that one day, Krishna comes only once. So in one kalpa, there are thousand Chatur Yugas or 1,000 Divya Yugas. And Krishna doesn't come in all the Chatur Yugas. Krishna comes only once. So probability of coming Krishna in one kalpa is 1/1000. So it is 0.001. Okay. So less than 1%. So that is why if somebody can see Krishna face to face, so that is very rare. So Krishna also said the same thing in Bhagavad Gita. Sudurlabham idam rupam drishtavanasi mam metha deva apyasya rupasya nityam darshan kangshan. Even devatas, they cannot see this beautiful form, this two-handed form of Lord, which is Shyama Sundar. So that is why they are feeling very lucky that they can have divine darshan of Krishna, which is very rare for even devatas. Bhavan Purun Madhun Vat Suhriti Driksha Tatrabda Koti Pratimakshano Bhavi Ravim Vinakshano Rivanastavachuta. O lotus-eyed Lord, whenever you go away to Mathura, Vrindavan, or Hastinapur to meet your friends and relatives, every moment of your absence seems like millions of years. O infallible one, at that time, our eyes become useless, as if bereft of sun. So actually, that is the separation from Lord, what devotees actually feel, and that we can understand even from the pastimes of Chaitanya, already mentioned in Shikshastakam, Yugaitam Nimeshena Chakshusha Pravarsayita. So Yugaitam Nimeshena means 1 second feels like many yugas. So that is the feeling of true devotee. But when soul is contaminated, it doesn't feel any separation. It forgets the Lord. So that is the situation. So like first day when child go to school, so he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to be separate from his parents. So he will cry or come back home or something he will do. But once he make some friends there, then after some time, what happens? That parents are calling and he is not coming home, and parents do not know where he is, and they are calling, they are trying everything, but he is not coming home after some 15 or 20 years. So similarly, when we are pure and when we are purely in devotional services, we can feel the separation. But when we come in this material world, we make some friends, family, and we think that now this is all what we have, and that's how we forget the Lord. So, but the Dwarkavasis, they are pure devotees. That is why they can feel this thing. And even somebody who is following the principle of Mahaprabhu, so he can also feel the same thing, because Mahaprabhu has already mentioned this. Yeah, so I'm moving to next sloka. Katham vayam nath chiroshite tvai prasanna drishtya तापशोषणं जीवेमते सुन्दरः शोभितं पश्यमानावदनं मनोहरम् इति चोदिरिता वाचः प्रजानां भक्तवत्सल शृण्वान्वनुग्रहं वितन्वन् प्राविशत्पुरम्. Oh Master, if you live abroad all the time, then we cannot look at your attractive face, whose smile vanquish all our sufferings. How can we exist without your presence? Upon hearing their speeches, the Lord, who is very kind to the citizens and the devotees, entered the city of Dwarka and acknowledged all their greetings by casting his transcendental glance over them. So when they to Lord Krishna and then they glorified Lord Krishna, then Krishna also reciprocated. Okay, he just gave transcendental glance over all the devotees who were present there. So that's how Krishna reciprocates. So always Krishna is reciprocating. That's what we discussed in beginning. But who can feel that reciprocation? Somebody who is having pure heart. Okay, like radio signals are there, and it is always being sent from radio station. But somebody who is having a receiver, he can only hear that sound which is coming through radio wave. Similarly, Krishna is always reciprocating. He is seeing everything. In every situation, he is reciprocating. But if we have that receiver of seva, then only we will see that reciprocation. So Krishna reciprocates whenever we say Hare Krishna, but we are not feeling. That is the reason. And Dwarkavasis, they can see the reciprocation of Krishna. मधुभोज दर्शाहर कुकुरांधकर वैष्णवी आत्मा तुल्य बलिर्गुप्तम नागेर भोगवती मिवा. As Bhogavati, the capital of Nagaloka, is protected by the Nagas, so was Dwarka protected by the descendants of Krishna. And these are Bhoja, Madhu, Dashara, Arha, Kukura, and Andhaka, who were as strong as Lord Krishna. So, in absence of Krishna, Dwarkavasi is supposed to be protected by all these descendants of Krishna. But we see, and actually, they were protected by Krishna himself, because these are representative of Krishna. So Krishna, he always protects his devotees either directly or through his representatives. Like nowadays, we say that we are not fortunate to have association of Krishna, and furthermore, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And after that, we are so unfortunate that we are not having direct association of Srila Prabhupada. But that doesn't matter, because we have representatives of Srila Prabhupada. So directly through Krishna, this parampara is coming down to our Srila Prabhupada and his disciples. So if we understand their importance and if we follow their instructions, we will be directly protected by Lord Krishna, because these are representatives of Lord Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Srila Prabhupada. So in that way, we can connect to Krishna and we can be protected. Sarvartu sarvaviva punya Vakshalataashrame Udyano Rame Vratapadmakara Shriyam. The city of Dwarkapuri was filled with the opulence of all seasons. There were hermitages, orchards, flower gardens, parks, and reservoirs of water, breeding lotus flower all over. So Dwarka was very opulent, and Srila Prabhupada has mentioned that it was very well developed, and also not only Dwarka city, but the consciousness of residents of Dwarka was very high. So what is the atmosphere all around you? So that describes the consciousness of the people around there, and that is very true. If you see, okay, no sound is there. I don't think so. Hare Krishna.
Sound is clear, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay. Some devotees, they told that sound is not clear. Yeah. So, how does atmosphere looks? That depends upon the consciousness of the people living in that particular environment. So we have seen many countries nearby India, and if you see their situation, that is very disturbed. There is everything is destroyed, and you will see from the images as well. So how are the people living there? What is the consciousness of the people? And if you go to the temple, you see from outside, and you know that what is the consciousness of people living inside the temple. So whatever surrounding is there, it directly indicates the consciousness of the people, not only the surrounding. If you visit somebody's home, so how is the situation of home? And that directly tells about the consciousness of the people. Okay. So that is why Socha means from inside as well as outside. If inside our mind is not clear, outside we will make everything dirty. So I remember one past times of His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj, I think. So once a environmentalist, or so-called environmentalist, I will not name, but she met Maharaj and she told that, what are you doing for society? There are so many problems, global warming, pollution, everything. So Radha Swami Maharaj simply replied that if their mind is not clear, or if their mind or heart is not pure, then only people will pollute and they will make environment very polluted, and then this situation will come like global warming and everything. So if the heart of the people is good or pure, then they will not throw garbage here and there, not with resources of the nature, and they will respect. So that is why we are doing that job. We are cleaning the hearts of people. If the heart is clean, then outside also it will reflect. So when that lady, she heard the answer, so she was very surprised and shocked. So that is why it is very important to clean our to clean our consciousness or our heart. That reflects the outside beauty around us. So we can see that in Dwarka, the beauty, so all the opulences are there. All the seasons are very perfect. So everything is well maintained. So now let's move to next shloka. गोपुरद्वार मार्गेषु कृतकौतुकतोरणां चित्रध्वजपताकाग्रैर् अन्तः प्रतिहतातपाम्. And this is something which we used to do in some villages. Well, do that. I don't know in your village. So in my village, nothing to do, but it is not there. We are missing this thing. City gateway, household doors, and festooned arches along the roads, all nicely decorated. I think it is done in some villages still today, with festive signs like plantain trees and mango leaves, all to welcome the Lord. Flags, garlands, and painted signs and slogans all combine to share the sunshine. So what we used to do earlier, that is to make some triangle shape papers, colorful papers. Then we used to make some paste of wheat flour, and then we used to stick all around the area where the celebration is taking place. So similarly, this Dwarka Vashi, they are celebrating and they are decorating their house because Krishna is coming. And that is the concept of Diwali, Deepavali. We celebrate that day, we clean our house and we decorate our house and nearby area. So because Lord Ram is coming, like that, we welcome Lord. So that is the way of celebration. Sammarjitam Mahamarga Ratyapanakkachataram Siktam Gandhajale Ruptam Kalapuspangkshatankurai. Now another level they went. The highways, subways, lanes, market, and public meeting places were all thoroughly cleansed and then moistened with the scented water. And to welcome the Lord, fruits, flowers, and unbroken seeds were strewn everywhere. So even today we see that when some politicians, they are visiting some place, so in one night they will make highway. And what is the best thing about those highway? These are so technically sound that when the politician will go, that fly or that highway will also disappear. That construction which they have done one night earlier. So this politician will come, then the politician will go and everything will be disappeared. That is the beauty of that construction. So that's how nowadays it is done for some politicians. And we can see lots of potholes are there. But when some politicians will visit, everything will be covered. And then as soon as he leaves, then his potholes will appear again. So that is the beauty. But Dwarkavasis don't like that. All everything is well maintained. Just for Krishna, they are doing some special arrangements. Okay. So they have cleaned all the places and now they have scented with water. And that is not normal water. scented water, which is made of all kinds of very precious flowers or scented flowers, as Prabhupada has mentioned here. Scented water is prepared by distilling flowers like rose and cura were requisitioned to wet the roads, street and lanes of Dwarka Dhama. So that's how they are celebrating, or they are welcoming Krishna. Nowadays, I don't think that they will scent with even they will even motion with normal water. They can't do this. They can't match any celebration with the celebration of Dwarkavasi. Dwari Dwari Grahanam Cha Dadyashakta Falekshubhi Alankritam Purna Kumbhair Balirbhir Dhupa Deepakai. In each and every door of the residential houses, auspicious things like curd, unbroken fruits, sugar cane, and full water pots with article for worship, incense, and candles were all displayed. So like that, they welcome Lord Krishna. So no darkness and no dark, everything becomes bright. So that is why on Deepavali there was Amavasya, but Ayodhya Vasis, they were lighting so many lamps that it was feeling like day only. निशम्य प्रेष्ठमायान्तं वसुदेवो महान्मनः अक्रूरश्चोग्रसेनश्च रामश्चाद्भुतविक्रमः प्रद्युम्नश्चारुदेष्णश्च साम्बोजाम्बुवती सुतः प्रहर्षवेगोच्छ्वसितशयनासनभोजना. On hearing that the most dear Krishna was approaching Dwarka Dhama, magnanimous Vasudeva, Akrura, Ugrasena, Balrama, Pradyumna, Charudeshna, and Samba, the son of Jambavati, all extremely happy, abandoned resting, sitting, and dining. So, as soon as they heard the news, and all these people who are mentioned here, so Akrura, Vasudeva, Ugrasena, Balram. So as soon as they heard the news, they were shocked. And they forgot everything and they just ran to see the Krishna and to welcome Krishna. So that is the situation. They even forgot what they are doing. They left their work. Somebody who was sleeping just woke up and ran away. Somebody who was having food or dining, he just left in between and he just went. Somebody was resting, sitting, everything they left to see Krishna. That is the eagerness to see Krishna. So in this, Srila Prabhupada has given summary of everybody who is mentioned in this sloka, who is Akrura, Ugrasena. So you can read it later. But these are all the relatives of Lord Krishna. Some of you already know, and some of them are explained in this sloka or in this purport. Aradendram Puraskritya Brahmane Sasu Mangalehi Sankatturya Ninadena Brahma Goshena Chadrita Pratyujjapmurathirhrishta Pranayagata Satvasa. They hasten toward the Lord and chariots with Brahmanas bearing flowers. Before them were elephants, emblems of good fortune, conches and bugles were sounded, and Vedic hymns were chanted. Thus they offered their respects, which were saturated with affection. So, here Srila Prabhupada has explained that this is the Vedic way of receiving somebody. So all the way they try to celebrate and welcome Krishna. And this is the Vedic way. So whenever some person comes, they will chant some auspicious mantra, especially when some sage or some spiritual person is coming, then will do like that. They will chant some mantra from different Vedas. They will call Brahmanas and do all the puja. So similarly here, Krishna is coming. So they are welcoming in all the ways. They have decorated the roads and sprinkled the scented water, decorated each house, and now they are receiving him with the Vedic way of receiving. So they have called some Brahmanas and now reciting Vedic hymns, and that is making the atmosphere more auspicious. वारमुख्याश्च सतसोयानेस्तदृशनोः सुखाः लसत्कुण्डल निर्भातकपोलवदनश्रियः. At the same time, many hundreds of well-known prostitutes began to proceed on various vehicles. They were all very eager to meet the Lord, and their beautiful faces were decorated with dazzling earrings, which enhanced the beauty of their heads. So that is very, you can say that controversial statement, but we will discuss because everything we can understand by discussions only. There is no way of understanding by skipping something and reading something. So in this, many devotees or many people, they question that if Krishna was present and if Dwarka is so much opulence, so if Dwarka is so much opulent, then how this question comes that there are some prostitutes in this area. So how is this possible? So first I want to understand what is your point of view. Then we will discuss about that. So I ask you, can share your point of view. So if Krishna is there, who is Supreme Personality, nothing bad can exist in presence of Krishna, and prostitution is bad, that we understand from Shastras as well as our common sense. Then how it is possible that there are some prostitutes in a presence of Krishna? That is my question. And all the views are welcome. Then we will discuss. So what are your views? You please share. Why this is happening? Yes, Hare Krishna. So why Teni Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, this is also mandatory in the society. So as the fallen man would not go and spoil the wife of other person. So if such prostitution was available easily, then they would go and do such things. And that would save the society in one way. So it was kind of like other occupations was there. So even prostitution was such an occupation. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Okay, Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you for your view. That may be one aspect. We are not saying it is wrong or right. Yeah, but that can be one point of view. That to save the damage to the society, they allow some part that maybe it will not damage the society. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Mohan Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. In the purport, Prabhupada is saying that as the government opens wine shop, but this does not mean that government encourages drinking of wine. Similarly, as Mataji told, there some men will be there who are fallen, so they will take refuge in that kind of situation. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. So what is the difference in that time and nowadays? What is happening all around us? Nowadays, actually, people are not getting proper understanding and they think that, yeah, it is mentioned in scripture, so why should not we do the same thing? And that's what government is doing. But there is difference in that time and nowadays, because that time these things were restricted and are not promoted. And today these things are very common in most of the city. in most of the countries as well, not in India. In India, it is still restricted. But if you go Europe, there are no restrictions, and the things are happening openly, and they are promoting these things as well. Okay, and most of the people, especially men, they visit most of these places. Some Indian, they go there because they get freedom. So that's how it is happening. So it is not actually promoted. It is still criticized in that time, but nowadays the things are different. Instead of restricting, they are promoting these things. And we know that we cannot ban these things. Okay. There will be always some people who will do these things illegally. Even in India, this is banned in almost all of the cities, but still the things are happening. Daily, police is raiding and they save some women from these things. They were doing it illegally. So we cannot completely ban these things, but what we can do, we can put some restrictions that we can do. So that is why banning something is not a solution. Actually, we must restrict these things. Like Srila Prabhupada has given an example of alcohol. So alcohol is banned in in some states. So far, I know only these states. Maybe more states are there. But if we see, the things are banned. So are people not doing these things in those states, in Bihar or Gujarat? People are doing. But what is the consequences? What are the consequences of doing this illegally? Many people have died because there is no control on alcohol percentage. And if alcohol percentage increase by certain amount, then person may die. So in the licensed alcohol shops or bars or whatever, everything which is coming there is regulated. The amount of alcohol which is coming in bottles is restricted or being watched by government. So in that way, they take care. And the places where the things are happening illegally, most of people are dying because there is no restriction on this quality. And some people, they are making illegally at home. So there is no testing and all. So ultimately, people are suffering. So we cannot ban anything in the society. But what we can do, we can restrict. Okay. So that's what we understood these things. And now the question was same. Why it is happening in presence of Krishna? So because in time of Krishna, it is not that everybody was saint, right? We saw in the time of Ravana, in the time of Rama, there was many demons as well. When if Ravana was killed, many demons were left. Similarly, in times of Krishna, there were some demons, and so all types of people are there in society. But what happens when Lord is there? So Satoguna or Shuddha Sattva, that dominates. Okay. So at the time of in the time of Satyuga, which is the yuga of truthfulness, Satyuga. So Hiranyakashipu was also there. Okay. So it is not that demons will not be there. Demons are there, devotees are there. They will remain. But who will dominate the society? That depends upon that particular age. Like in Kali Yuga, the society will be governed mostly by Sudras. It is not that devotees will not be there, but the society will be governed by Sudra. Similarly, at the time of Satyuga or previous ages, the devotees were there, and demons were also there, but society was governed by devotees. So that's how we can think that all types of people are there, even in times of Lord Krishna or Lord Rama or any king. Okay. Now, why these things are mentioned in Vedas? These are considered legal in Vedas. Because if we do certain thing in Vedic way, so there are lots of restriction, and gradually people leave that thing. There are so many restrictions, and if the people follow that, the people will gradually leave these sinful activities. Like somebody who wants to eat meat. So in Vedas, the sacrifices are there, but those sacrifices are having many restrictions. Like you cannot eat this animal. If you want to eat, you have to eat at this month and this tithi, and in that way you have to do. So like that, there are so many restrictions that gradually the people will leave that thing. Okay. So similarly, certain things are there, but if we follow Veda properly, so gradually people will leave, because everybody cannot become devotee in one shot. So for them, the Vedas recommend certain ways. So gradually they develop their consciousness and they'll leave these things. So we have seen the examples of hippies. So many hippies were there. They were doing all kinds of sinful activities. But as soon as they came in contact of Srila Prabhupada, and when they chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra, gradually they left their habits and now they became devotees. So if they follow the Vedas properly, so then gradually they become pure. Okay. But for those who immediately, there are certain processes, and it takes time for them, and they will also become purified. That's what we can understand. Okay, now moving next, last sloka of today. I hope that is not controversial, so that we can finish on time. Okay, so network is so weak that it is taking too much time for next sloka. Yeah. Nat nartak gandharva sutam agadavanjani gayanti chottama shloka charitanyat bhutani cha. Expert dramatists, artists, dancers, singers, historians, and genealogists and learned speakers all gave their respective contributions, being inspired by the superhuman pastimes of Lord. Thus they proceeded on and so on and on. So everybody got chance to serve Lord Krishna. Whatever ability they had, they did it in service of Krishna. So everybody has a certain talents, and it is not that everybody is perfect in everything. So whatever talents we have, we must use that in service of Krishna. Somebody may be good dramatist, so he can do drama for Krishna. Even in our yatra, we do dramas, and devotees do it very nicely. Some of the devotees, they may be good dancers, they can dance for Krishna. And some of the devotees, they may be good singers, so they can sing for Krishna. So in that way, everybody can serve Krishna and they can become purified. We don't know by which way Krishna can be pleased. So whatever talent we have, if we do, Krishna will be pleased. It is not that we have to do same thing what other person is doing. If you have some talent, you do it, and in that way you can serve Krishna. Okay, it's not that you have to leave that thing. If it serves the purpose and if it satisfies Krishna, then we must apply that in service of Krishna. So that is what Srila Prabhupada has mentioned, that everybody, whatever ability they have, Krishna has given. So we must try to serve Krishna with that ability. Okay, Krishna has said that, Tham Porusho Nurshu. I'm the ability in men or woman as well. Okay, so whatever ability we have, we must serve Krishna. So that is what is mentioned here. So if we summarize everything, whatever we have discussed so far. So we have seen the mode of Dwarkavasis and how they are feeling very fortunate and they are welcoming Krishna in various ways they can do. And everybody is very happy, and with all their talents, they are trying to serve Krishna and they are trying to please Krishna. So that is what we have seen from the mode of Dwarkavasis. So now we will end today's discussion, and if any of you have some comments or questions, you can ask, then we will discuss. Hare Krishna. So you can raise your hand and then we will go one by one. Hare Krishna, no question. Okay, in chat I will see. No, in chat also there is no question. Okay, if there is no question, so we will end the session. Thank you everyone for listening, and voice was not proper and network problem was too much today. So next
Hare
time I
Krishna.
will take care and I will try to be in good network zone. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sorry, voice is only low, Prabhu. Network is okay. Just the volume is very low.
Okay, I think some microphone problem maybe. Okay, you cannot unmute, but you can raise your hand if you want to ask something, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yes, Hare Krishna, Santi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I don't know how to put this question properly. In Parikshit Maharaj's time, we heard that there was no house of prostitution, so Kali did not find any place to stay. But here they say it was allowed. So isn't this contradictory, Prabhu? Like, how do we understand this?
Okay, yeah, that is very good question and very logical as well. So yeah, and that time it is said that Kali could not find any place. So Parikshit Maharaj gave him one place that you reside in gold. And at the time of Krishna, we can see the prostitutes are mentioned here. So how it is possible? So yeah, maybe at the time of Parikshit Maharaj, these things were stopped and people already became devotee. That is one, and that is one answer. And I don't think there is any other answer to this. And that may be for only short time, but we cannot say that for all the time it was there, because for some time it may so happen that some situations are like that there are no prostitutes, but that will not be a stable situation. Means it will remain for a few time. So quickly the Kali will affect the situation and the things will be again the same, because Kali could not remain away from the kingdom of Parikshit Maharaj for a long time. So as soon as he found some place, then slowly he captured everything. So I think for some time it may be there, not in general, it may be there, but yeah, for some time it may be there. Maybe in time of Parikshit Maharaj, for some time it was there, but it was not for a long time, I will say. So that may be one answer, Mataji. Okay. Hare Krishna, Rasrangini Mataji. You want to add anything?
No problem. Very clear. Thank you so much for the session, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Had to
So,
give you continuously last week and this week because 1 week you missed. So I thought we can compensate. So that's why I loaded you a bit week to week on sessions.
no problem, Mataji. In
You have a
temple
2-day
also,
break.
temple also we are starting youth classes offline tomorrow.
Oh, very nice. Haribol.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So
Going
one
forward,
more.
it will be streamlined. It will be alternate week only.
Hare
No
Krishna,
worries.
Hare Krishna. I have
Yes,
something to
Mataji.
add.
Hare Krishna.
I have something to
Hare
add.
Krishna.
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji, you can
yeah,
add Hare
yeah.
Krishna.
Those days, I have heard what I've heard is, this the institution of prostitution was not regarded as completely not completely condemned. They were actually also a respected part of the society, and they were for very auspicious occasions. They were actually sought for. That what I've heard. Now, and they were
From
great
where you
devotees.
heard, Mataji?
They were great devotees, Prabhuji. In them also, they were great devotees. What
No,
I've
but
heard, Prabhuji.
where you heard and which devotees were there?
No, this the prostitutes for certain auspicious occasions, they're actually they're required, they're invited.
No, where you heard, Mataji?
I will get you the information, Prabhuji. I'll get you the reference.
Yeah.
By next class, I'll get you the reference. I've heard,
Yeah, because something we heard listened from our local area. Like when I was in Pune, there is one area which is called Padwarpet.
Yeah.
So there people used to say these things, that these are very good and they worship Lord Ganesha, and like that they used to say. But
I'll get you, Prabhuji. Actually, they're sought after. Actually, they're worshipped, they're respected on a particular occasion, and they're given a state. There's a status for them. And what I've heard, I have to get back with the proper reference for you. No, they're not totally condemned. It's not like they're absolutely downfall and all that. So exactly what reference I have to
yes,
get it for you, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Locally, I have heard people, and when I was living in Pune, like same statement. But whether devotees have told these things, that these things are mentioned in scriptures, that I don't know. If you find Mataji, then it will be good.
They are devout, Roger, very devout. Some are not all. Some of them are very devout. Those days, now of course the situation is Kali Yuga. It's totally horrible now, but it's those days it was not completely like this what do they call?
No problem, Mataji. You can share anytime. No problem.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, actually, this is an area of concern. I think last time we asked Pran Chaitanya Prabhu also, I mean, during our regular session, but what answer came out was that there were still some set of people who were, what should I say, deteriorated category. So these things were kept to just protect the society. Otherwise, the actual society members will get corrupted. So that was the reason we were having a discussion for. But actually, why were these there, Prabhu, then? Like, where my doubt is, why should there be a prostitution in the first place? Just like alcohol or slaughterhouses were not there, right? During Parikshit's time or during Krishna's time. But why were brothel houses alone allowed? You're getting my point, no, Prabhu?
Actually, these things are not promoted. So now they have legal shops and all, but these things were happening anyway, because we have heard the story of one what we call Vyadha, who was hunting these animals, Mrigari. So they used to do same job.
Okay,
so they used to sell, but these are not like a proper shop and not facilitated by the people.
Got it.
So nowadays we are doing, we are giving them facility shops and everything they are doing like normal shop. So that was not there. And this was people were doing it very secretly like that.
Okay, so what you're telling, minority and in a very secretive way, not on a very
not encouraged. These things were
encouraged.
not encouraged, but people are doing it. Like in many villages, earlier time, there were no chicken and meat shops. And when somebody wants to eat, they used to go outside the village, and then they used to eat, and they come village. So like that earlier it was. Nowadays, Swiggy, Zomato, everything is coming home. So
Prabhu,
nowadays
but you're
people are
talking,
promoting.
yeah, you're talking about for both, right? Not only for alcohol, even for the prostitution
yes.
also you're telling, right? Both.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Yes. Very.
I think Vamshi Mohan Prabhu can unmute.
Okay, okay. Hare Krishna. Once you-
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Mataji was telling that I think that is Devadasi system. I think.
Yes, Prabhuji. Devdasi.
No,
Devadasi.
Devadasi system is different, Prabhu. It's like how you call me, right? Radhika Dasi.
No, that is Devi Dasi,
Not-
Mataji. Devdasi is different.
No,
This
I
is
know, I know.
Devi Dasi.
Devi Dasi bere, Devdasi bere.
No,
Different.
that is what, that is same thing. They were originally called, sorry, I just went into this because when our name became Dasi, to fight the family. So I got into the detail. They were also called Krishna Dasi originally, right? So they were basically like what they will do is, and I think it was pretty prominent in Mangaluru where they never get married. They will go before the DT and they will wear that Mangal Sutra and they will only be dancers for the temple. They will not even dance, just like singing for the temple, dancing for the temple, they'll be dedicated. But nobody can misuse them. This is what their thing started. But later, I think they started getting exploited by the
Yes.
temple authorities and all. But the original concept of Devi Dasi or Krishna Dasis were very similar to how we are named, right? We are called Devi Dasi for the actual
Mataji.
name part of it. But otherwise, we are also Krishna Dasis, right?
Mataji,
All of
please
us.
don't.
Yes, Mataji.
Devdasi is different. Devi Dasi is different, Mataji. Devdasi, it's different.
Huh.
Devi
I
Dasi is
understand,
different.
Mataji. Devi Dasi, Devadasi, though not much of a difference. The overall meaning
There is
is
difference.
the same. The behavior of the thing has become adulterated. But the original thought was only to be the same. Dasi of Lord. That was the origin. Maybe Ankit Prabhu, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is my understanding.
Actually was what Mataji and other people want to say, Mataji. Your point of view is right, but there was some specific categories that when a king used to marry, so he will buy queen, the queen will go there, and with queen some his maid servants will go. They used to call dasis. I don't know what was the exact term, but dasis they used to call. So like Vidura was a child of Dasi. So like that they used to be there for king.
When I read about it, I saw that Devdasi is different. Devdasi is different.
Servant of the king, you mean?
Yes. So they used to go with the queen at that time.
Understood.
Even in
Dasi of the
Jagannath
queen.
Puri, this system was there, Mataji. Some in one of the lecture I have heard that some devotees were made Devadasis there.
Okay.
One famous story is that I'm not able to recollect it now, right now.
Okay.
As exactly you said, Mataji, this system was actually meant to, they were dedicated to serve the Lord. But later on, they got exploited and its purpose was
Degraded the thing.
Even at the time of Pandavas, this system was there. No? They used to send maid servant with a queen.
Got it.
So that's how Vidura was born. No?
Okay. Vidura's birth. You mean Vidura's mother? Okay, got it.
Yeah. So like that it was there. So that is different thing, and what you are telling is also
got it.
One thing.
Clear. Thank you, Bobby.
But that is why he was not respected well in society, and that is the reason, because this kind of activities was not appreciated at that time. That is why Vidura was always disrespected by the society, although he was devotee. But that was the reason, because he was
not encouraged.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Hare Krishna. Prema Priya Mataji.
Yes, sir. No, I lower my hand. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. So it was really a nice discussion. We learned many points from all of you. Okay, whatever is there, must follow whatever our Acharyas has told, because That's how we see the world. If we see by our own mental view, then always even the right thing we will do it in wrong way. So for now, we know that it is not good and not recommended by our acharyas. So that's what we follow. And that's what we have learned from the history of Mahabharata. Every discussion we have learned the same thing. So thank you. So we will close.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I'll stop live.